Good evening, morning.
Morning.
I don't even know what time it is anymore. Anyway, good evening to everyone. This wasn't actually going to happen this evening. The only reason it is I'm unavailable tomorrow. I can't disappear. I didn't even realise. I thought I'd be all right, but I can't disappear for 15, 16 hours and then come back doing more shows tomorrow. He wouldn't have gone down too well. Ray P, we're going to disagree on that one straight out the chute, mate. Right, let's get into it. Before Vader is going to come and join us in a minute, and he have sent links to others as well. I'm going to start with a little bit of a rant. But it's not going to be a shouting and bawling rant. Because the problem is, when you're down at Wembley, you don't actually hear a lot of the noise and what's being said. Anyone who's been there today, you come out in your own little world and just started going home. But as you're going home, you start listening to the radio, you start listening to podcasts, you start doing whatever you can to make your journey home a little less boring. And I got really miffed off all the way home.
Hang on. Are you on about my TikTok stream here by any chance?
No. I only listened to that for 10 minutes till I got to the services.
So you got bored. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Anyway. Right. I'll kick this off right now. Two things. Anyone who has the nerve, the brass neck, the set of bollocks to come out and have a go at anybody who made their way down to Wembley Stadium today and have the cheek while they're sat in their mama's bedroom doing nothing while their team falls off a cliff because they're crap, begging for oil money. Please, just go away. Because your head is so far up your ass, you do not know what reality is anymore. This is what went down today with two northern football teams, working class cities, Sheffield, Manchester. Sheffield United, Manchester City. We are in the cost of a living crisis. I was lucky enough to be able to afford to go down today. Because I'm in a situation where I get okay money, my missus gets very good money. So we're in a situation that can sort of help.
Has she got any sisters as wealthy?
No, not wealthy.
Asking for a friend. Sorry, go on.
Not wealthy. I mean, I also heard it off talk shit as well, coming home. And I've also heard it's came out from ITV as well. Who apparently was the most biased comment. I haven't watched it back yet. I will watch it back when I get home, when I'm sat in bed later. Good evening, Vader. Hope you're all right, mate. I'm just having me 5 minutes. But by all means, have a listen, because you'll love this. I will let you know now. Anyone who went down, Category 1 tickets today were about 80 quid. Category 2 was £65 per person. So anyone who tells you tickets were only 25 quid, yes, they were. Category 5, up in the gods, are level 5. There was only 69,000 there today. I've even seen Sheffield United fans get laughed at. Because there probably was actually, which we didn't expect, there was probably more Manchester City fans there than Sheffield United. And that's not a discredit to Sheffield United, by the way. So you have to remember, anyone who's saying this or thinks they can do it, whether they're a national radio show or some idiot on YouTube who hasn't got a clue while he's sitting in his mama's bedroom, doesn't even come from Manchester, doesn't go to Manchester to watch games, and that's not a dig at any global fans, by the way, because I don't listen, and I'll tell you now, and Vader's will back this up. I welcome all global fans because I know Vader and Patrick and everyone else have the respect. Bater isn't going to go onto his channel and go, anyone who ain't gone down today, you're a joke. And discredit people like that. I've got a quote that came out. This is what apparently came out on ITV today. ITV commentary, 69,000 is quite low. But the Sheffield United fans have made a great effort to travel down and have had to travel far and wide all season.
That was said.
Where was we on Wednesday night?
You was at home.
No, but where was we? Germany. I didn't know Germany was a 5-minute little jaunt over to Manchester. Where are we going next month? Madrid.
Can I say one thing about your rant, mate, before you carry on? I actually and here's a tweet what I actually put out, so it just shows that we joined up. I actually put for those taking the piss out of Sheffield United, after taking the piss out of Sheffield United having empty seats, then don't, because the semi-final shouldn't be played at Wembley in the first place. That was one of them. And he also went on to say in the conversation further down about cost of living crisis and stuff like that. For ITV, this is supposed to be your rant. For ITV to say that, hang on a minute. We're further than Sheffield United as well, by the way, to Wembley. But it doesn't matter.
Their coach is set off at 10:30 this morning, apparently. That was from a Sheffield United fan. And I won't discredit them and call them Sheffield, because I know it isn't that they don't like that. And anyone who doesn't know, it goes back to FC Sheffield.
Mm-hmm.
Who actually were, as I remember, weren't they the first football team actually done? Brighton have not sold out. Thank you for that, CM sir. No, Ray, listen, if it was just people on Twitter, I'd ignore it. But when it's coming out through the mainstream media, on television and radio now, it's an embarrassment. Another thing, Manchester City have played at Wembley every single season for the last 13. 13 times we have been down in 12 years. 2010-11, we were there twice. 2011-12, we were there once. 12-13, twice. 13-14, once. 14-15, once. 15-16, once. 16-17, once. 17-18, twice. You ready for this one? 18-19, we were there 5 times. I was at every single one. 19-23, 20-21-2, 21-22, 2. So far, we've been once. We're going twice. Oh, and we'll probably end up going back in August for the Community Shield.
Do you remember the conversation we had after the match, mate, when I was on TikTok and you phoned me up, and I actually said, I'm actually quite glad there was empty seats, because it shouldn't be played there for a semi-final. It's a sham. And I really was glad to see all the empty seats, because it'll highlight the absolute bullshit of us paying for Wembley, and it's taking the prestige apart. And by the way, I spoke to many Sheffield United fans regarding this, and they wholeheartedly agree, even though they don't get to Wembley that often, and that's no slant on them. They're truthful enough to realise about us 2 northern teams being dragged all the way down south to Wembley, when it could have been done at Hillsborough, Old Trafford, or even as far as Villa Park. It's the whole cost what goes with it as well. It's an absolute sham. It really is. And it's up to... do you remember the conversation, mate, when I said it's up to every single fan up and down the country, not just City fans from all clubs, to actually do something about it, so we can make Wembley empty as possible to any semi-finals going on in the future, because that is when they will start listening to us.
Yeah. They say, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Andrew, I hope you got home safe, mate, and had a lovely day. And listen, I'm going to end it there. But
let me get a sec, Martin, because I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement with how you started the show and what you're addressing, because shortly after the game, I had a little bit of back and forth in the Twitter spaces with regards to that same point. And I get it. I get it when it comes down to City getting a win. What are going to be the pressure points that some of these rivals are going to try and take, and what can they cling on to? So they're going to cling on to, and they're going to go and talk about, quote unquote, our fan base and how small it is, or our fan base not attending games. I was quick to say, and I didn't even bring up the point with regards to Champions League that obviously just happened with us, but I pointed out that many fans have to do a choice. Not everyone has the recreational dollars to be able to go to every possible entertaining event that they have. You know, there's so many leisure dollars amongst people. And again, if you're making a choice on going to a semifinal or placing your bet and saying, I see City going to the final, that's where I'm going to go. Or I know that there's a big game happening on Wednesday against Arsenal. That's another game that I may have to make a choice between for my family and myself to attend. Those are all key things. And it's like, when it gets to the media taking these pop shots or taking these angles, it's actually disgusting, because you're either aware of what's happening amongst many people and the challenges that they have and the challenges that they've been having since COVID and the impact, or you're going to be ignorant and not even acknowledge the struggles and challenges some people have. I'm not trying to be here and label that everyone in Manchester City are on down difficult times. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But it is to point out that there are people making difficult choices, and to take this moment to take shots, it's actually very disgusting.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even going to carry on anymore on it. We'll get into the game. People need to realise, I'm not, like they said, I'm not saying everyone in Manchester is on a food bank and they can't afford it. I'm not saying that. But we're not full of rich people either who can afford. By the way, Bayern Munich was 65 quid a ticket, £500 an hotel. That was without flights. They're going to have to make that choice again. UEFA have now announced their ticket prices for the Champions League final. We're talking, I think it's nearly €400, €500 for the dearest, going all the way down to, I think it's €160, €170. That's just tickets. We're not adding flights. I've looked at Istanbul flights already. You're looking at 650 quid per person. So basically, to get to Istanbul, say me and my lad went, I'm looking at about 1,500 quid with hotels. No, I'm probably looking nearly £2,000. That's one night hotel. 2 flights, return with tickets. Sometimes you've got to make that decision. And not everyone can do that. And there's only going to be 20,000 seats available for the final. It holds, I think, nearly 80. There's only going to be 20,000. 20,000 for one team, 20,000 for the rest. And I think 50,000 goes to corporate and the UEFA family.
Wow.
And that's where I suddenly get an issue with UEFA. I've always had a bit of an issue with UEFA. It's all about that. Fans are the last thing now, sadly. But anyway, it was a good day. 90,000 capacity. Makes it even worse when you don't over in Istanbul without them. Let's get on to it then. I'll go through the teams first of all.
Oh, yes, the teams and the rotation.
Yeah, hang on before you get up Billy Big Ball here. I didn't see no Calvin Phillips sat on that 11, by the way. They are.
I know.
I told everyone. Right.
Well, Rodri got his rest.
Hurry up, let's get to our 21.
I must have seen a different game than other people in the stadium, because people in the stadium weren't as amazed as what you've been lauding about, I promise you. Ortega, Walker, Akanji, Laporte, Gundogan did the CDM role. Bernardo, Gomez, Alvarez, Mahrez, Haaland, Grealish. The bench was as follows: Ruben Diaz, Calvin Phillips, John Stones, Rodri, De Bruyne, Edison, Foden, Palmer, Lewis. And obviously Phillips, Lewis, Foden, and Palmer all came on. Later, what was your initial thoughts on the 11. I'm ignoring him up there because I know where exactly he's going to start from.
I was happy with it. Rodri, rest, much needed. I don't want to see you anywhere near that pitch. Stones, John Stones. I'm glad.
Rested him today.
I'm glad you got that rest. But for what Pep chose to do, I instantly thought of you, to be honest. I was like, I know Martin's like, I'm going all the way up to Wembley. I don't want us crashing out of this. We're going up to Wembley. Let's get this win, make it worth their while. And I had confidence in that 11 that Pep put together. I really did. I did think it was pretty damning that Calvin Phillips didn't start. I really do. But what we had to kind of witness and watch was what we kind of all discussed. Let's make sure that midfield has the experience and the veterans are there. We saw Silva and Gundo. And then at the same time, when you got Holland and Grealish, kept the attack pretty consistent. And to say that we had, to say Mahrez is starting as a bad thing, like, we all need to like relax, right? Mahrez showed his quality again. But I like how Pep rested the players that he rested. You have to be happy with it. Oh.
Got my microphone at everyone, yeah.
It's that word Gomez, isn't it? What you just go to bits with?
No, but before anyone says, Andrew, Sean, you were in the ground. You know what I mean when I said people were not raving about Gomez like they have been on the TV and obviously outside. I don't know what it was, whether it was in the ground, there was a different vibe on it. But I think for me, the balls up in the first minute maybe set the tone. I don't know, because I know you're all going to go, well, Ortega saved it. Just watch how they got the corner. The guy ran past Gomez like he just was not there. It was like, see ya, bye.
And Gomez couldn't even like blow him up at all.
No, it was a very weird atmosphere. I'll get into the atmosphere, but go on. He's going to talk about Sergio Gomez like he was bloody Ronaldo today. Thank you, Andrew. I'm sorry. See, everyone who was in the stadium, Andy, seen a different game you watched.
He started rocky. He did. But as the game got on, Gomez was rocky. It was tough to watch because.
Do you know what I thought his instruction was, Vader?
Oh, what?
Put the cross in and hit the first man, because that's all he bloody did.
Late in the game, he showed possession.
Late in the game now.
No, he got into his own, right? He got into his own. He held possession. For a minute there, I was like, is that Silva that I'm seeing holding close possession and taking on two? For a second.
Did you just say that? I'm clicking.
For a second.
Jesus.
For a second. But no, he needs to get tested. He needs to get tested. And as difficult as it must have been in the stand.
Martin needs to get tested.
I'm going to wait till all these comments come up here.
Martin's getting tested on Monday.
Right, go on, Andy. You tell me, because you know yourself, when you're in the ground, you might see it totally different than on the TV.
Speaking of tested, rest in peace, Dame Edna as well, who passed away.
Pardon, behave.
So,
cheeky sad.
Yeah,
I'm always positive.
I thought, right, I don't care what sticker gear. Today, I thought it was pretty bloody awful, to be honest.
What? So you weren't going with that? You were going with Gomez was Ronaldo?
I'll get into it. I thought it was pretty awful. I think that was mainly because we went to that system what we've moved away from. Gomez started a little bit shaky, and then I thought he got into the game pretty well. He wasn't great in the second half overall, but he was okay.
Can I read your text out? Can I read our text?
Absolutely.
This was Andy during the game. I don't know what he watched. why have we gone? This was me to Andy. I says, why have we gone to overlapping fullbacks again? I said, Grealish has gone isolated again because Gomez is Grealish's job is get the ball and give it to Gomez to whip him. And Gomez is our best player so far.
He was.
So I put F off. He put, no, seriously, mate. I said, he's being slated here. He can't cross, can't defend. He went, they need to watch the game properly. I went, I said, their winger's rinsing him every time. And then he put later on, I said, second half is shit. I'll give you that.
But
he had his bad moments, but he also showed.
I've not got to the second half yet.
Go on.
Okay, then. Who covered themselves in glory today? Collectively. Mahrez. It's some weird reason when it's Ramadan, he just seems to turn the style on, by the way. But that's by the by. I thought every one of them today was I thought Gundogan was shocking today. And by the way, I'm not having a go at the players here. I'm just saying about performance and collectively. And I think it was that formation what really threw us today, more than individuals coming in, because we've got used to playing this formation now where it's more or less military precision in it.
Are you reading these, Andy?
Well, you should stay at home. Stay at home. You'll still get a game.
Stay at home.
No, but look, I thought Alvarez, did somebody tie his shoelaces together today? But collectively, I'm not having.
I'm not saying anything. I get in trouble.
Listen, I'm not having. Listen, I'm not having a go at the players in any way, shape, or form. As I say, a lot of it I attribute to the formation, the formation more than anything. Yeah, Vader hit the nail on there before. It was damning for Phillips not to start, and the writing's on the wall there for me, by the way. I did think Sergio Gomez was okay. I thought it was probably...
He said Gomez was useless. Stephen Dempster, and it's lovely to have you on, mate. And I hope you are doing tremendously, Stephen, mate. Thoughts are always with you, mate. Gomez was crap. Has to be sold in the summer. Belly 81. Gomez was shite. I'm sorry, but I can't muster up a single bit of enthusiasm for Gomez. Blue go. Gomez is rubbish. Have you watched the rerun?
No. But this is what Andy was saying. This is why it's a little unfair, because we could see that it wasn't our typical system.
I'm winding him up a bit, mate, and I'm winding him up a bit.
No, I see it. Andy's showing control.
Do you want to know what I think a little bit of it is? Right? And it's typical City fans sometimes, right? Where they'll have a player, right? And they'll just... I'm not taking to him. I'm not taking to him. So when that player does actually have a good game, they won't see he's had a good game, because they're that one-dimensional. They don't like to give credit where it's due. So
do you know what it was, Andy? I get what you're saying, but here's the thing. And again, and I'm not playing this. I was at the game. You know me. I don't do that. I do it in jest, but I'm not. But you know what I mean. And Beta, you've been to games. The TV only shows you a certain portion.
Mm-hmm.
What you couldn't see was the winger and the fullback from Sheffield United are going boom, 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 and they're targeting him all over the place to run through.
Why didn't Pep take him off then?
Because he changed him second half, didn't he?
But what I'm saying is, he wasn't a fullback as such. Gomez was the only one in the first half in particular who created space for himself.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, I agree with that.
Bernardo was shite today. Luckily, right, I thought the players, everyone, pretty much near enough every one of them, it's unfair to say every one of them, near enough every one of them today had a bad day at the office. It's a good job that we played Sheffield United and we've got our bad, it sounds like we've done shit. We've not done shit. Hopefully you'll know what I mean. We've got our bad day at the office, even though we've won comfortably, out of the way as one, rather than us do it on Wednesday night.
Yeah,
I don't think we were tired. Did we look leggy to it?
Yes, we did. Some of them did.
No,
Look,
it's only a question I'm asking, mate.
No,
Yeah.
look at Bernard. Look at Bernardo. Bernardo wasn't Bernardo today.
That's fair.
Gundogan
I was
Gundogan
amazed he
today.
played. You know, that's 4 in a row.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In 90 minutes, he's virtually played.
I think Alvarez is still running around chasing pigeons because that's all he did today. But I'm not having to go at him. Haaland was
Fate is
Look-
looking at me. And I'm like,
Haaland.
no.
Seriously, Haaland looked frustrated today. You know, because it was just like, you know, where's my supply from people here?
Yeah.
You know, go on, mate.
I'll say this. I think it's going to be a little harsh for those that may have been in stadium or watching on TV to want to really examine and rate Gomez for the performance, because that's not how we typically set up. That's not how. I mean, again, asking Gundogan to be the holding midfielder and to play in that role. We saw at times Walker was being inverted, Gomez was being inverted, Gomez was playing overlap. Like, there was a lot asked of those guys today, and I think Pep saw early, Sheffield United have the quality, but they don't quite have the quality to get this upset. So I think
when you've done that, mate, I've got a major question.
Okay, and I was just gonna say, I think this game, as oddly as it sounds, I guess it's a semifinal, but it could have been that game where we slip, because man to man, you know how Pep even rested players that they're thinking of that Arsenal game. So I'm happy with the performance. I know it wasn't our classic, our typical style of play, ball movement, precision, but quality like a Mahrez, quality like a Grealish, and even with what Haaland continued to do, moving and attacking. And again, there's times where Mahrez could have released the ball and gotten into Haaland, but that consistency just wasn't there. We got the job done. And I think it's because those guys were looking. They had to have been looking at this epic game that's coming.
I actually thought it was a nice mix today of first team and backup players, because I'm not going to discredit him and call him.
I'll tell you what it was as well, mate. I'll tell you what it was as well as second half of the Leicester game. It was highlighting that we've not got these two world-class starting 11s. There's a little bit lacking with some of the players in the second half who came on.
I'm sick of hearing that. I'm sick of hearing this season more than ever that we've got two world-class 11s. And I don't know what you're watching, because
we actually are short of depth, but on the positive, it was good to see Foden back today. I thought
why was the Haaland goal ruled out? We never got told nothing in the stadium.
We did on the TV watching at home.
I'll tell you what, when he struck it, we all went up. We were like, wow, what an hit, left foot.
I didn't, because I was sat at home on my couch. It was a meaningless foul, which wasn't really a foul against the Sheffield player.
As Veta froze, or as he just played, I don't
No,
know.
he just can't believe what's coming out your mouth tonight.
I'm sorry.
No, that's the positive also watching it on the TV sometimes, because you get to know what's going on. Some of us, we all jumped up for the Haaland goal.
Yeah.
Because we were like, wow, what a strike. And just next minute, it was like, didn't say anything.
Mm.
And then because we saw one of our lads down.
Okay.
Can't remember who it was. Who was down. So we thought he'd given a free kick, or it was a penalty. We didn't know nothing. It was very weird.
I think what they say was it ball to hand. Is that why they stopped it?
It was something meaningless. Let me ask you a question, and the guys in the comments here as well. Do you think we played well today?
I didn't think we played our City. I didn't think we played our what we would consider well for us. No, we weren't at that level.
No.
I think we went through the motions. I think we just got the result, and I think once it was 2-0, I think the guys were already like, all right, let's just see this game through.
And that's fine, BB. It's fine.
For clarity, let's have a little bit of a balance, joking aside and stuff like that. I did think Gomez played all right today. It's still not City starting 11 level. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, he's got to start. Far from it. I would be nervous as hell him starting against starting against Arsenal on Wednesday, as I would Walker. I'd be worried about Walker starting on Wednesday as well, if I'm being brutally honest.
Yeah, and I'm not having to go. Pardon, sorry, say that again.
Who, me?
What did you just say?
I don't know. What did I say?
You just say start Gomez Wednesday night.
No, I said I'm not saying let's start Gomez on when I said it would worry me sick if he was starting on Wednesday night.
Right. I thought you were about worrying me sick then.
What I'm saying is, Martin, he is not City starting 11 standard at the moment. Yeah, and no, I'm just trying to put a balance here. However, I did think he played okay today, considering the lack of minutes what he's had. Because
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
The lack of minutes. But I'd also be worried about Walker starting on Wednesday as well. Not just because of lack of minutes, but I just think Walker's dropped off for whatever reason. Whether it's confidence, I don't know. I don't know.
For me, because, and this is just me personally now, because I said this to you, Amber. I thought we were done with the overlapping fullbacks, mate. I thought I'd never see it again. I'm like, he's never going back to it. Because to me, I know you can. To me, I saw where the frustration of people with Grealish was last year. Today. Because I saw Grealish today stood out like a sore thumb of not knowing what to do. Because it looked, from our standpoint, Grealish had a job of get down the wing, get the ball, wait for Gomez to come up on the overlap.
Grealish of last season.
And play it back 5 yards to Gomez for Gomez.
Grealish of last season, mate.
And I thought, this is Grealish and Cancelo. And then it went in my head. I went, now I know why people were really frustrated. Because everyone at the game was going, run it in, Jack. Run it in, Jack. And Jack wasn't running it in.
He was playing to instruction. And listen, the reason why we went 4-4-2, if you like, overlapping fullbacks, because Pep could not play our new normal system today because he wanted to give
that 11.
No, that's what I'm saying. He wanted to give key players a rest today, and rightly so. But the players he was bringing in would not be able to play our normal system. So he had to revert back to something what the also runs, if you like, the fringe players would be more comfortable playing because they've not got the nous to play our new formation plays. That's the reason why
I've not even seen the celebration pic, Andrew. I was dreaming, so I've not even seen the celebration pic, so I don't even know.
I've not seen that, and I was like, I've not seen that, and I was sat at home watching it on TV.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to watch the game again. No, I just thought today it was in my own head. I thought, why did everyone have a go? Because I've always thought, and you know this, mate, why did everyone have a go at Grealish last year? And today I saw it from my own eyes. Was like, if that was Cancelo, I could see why. Because
playing to instruction, mate. Not like Grealish had a bad game. No. Playing to instruction.
No, I get it. And what I mean is, you could see that wasn't the Grealish we've seen since the World Cup.
Yeah.
That was a totally under. You're going back to last season. And you can see the difference.
And I think it was also, there wasn't that synergy to know based off of his partnership with Gomez, right? So when Jack gets into a spot now with Ake knows where he's going to be. Is he going to come a little more central? Is he going to spread out a little wide? But he won't get into the space of where Grealish is. I think Grealish, when he had the ball, was not only checking the defender, but I think he was also trying to see, okay, what space are you occupying, Gomez? And some of the passes to them were a little wasteful. But we know what our system is when everyone's firing, and it just shows that Gomez needs a few reps, can't play the way Pep wants him to play. And then at the same time, when you have changes like Gundogan in the midfield, playing 6, that's a difference. And again, I really think these players were trying to get the job done and not really exert too much energy.
Bang on.
Every one of them wants to play on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Has there anybody new on Ake, by the way? Has anyone heard anything on Ake? Because again, I've been travelling back, so I haven't heard anything.
Have you been? Oh, you've actually been to a match, have you?
You're not funny.
And by the way, do you like my name, by the way?
Pep Guardiola. No, I just, do you know what? I always look back at it and I think, did we have to over-exude ourselves today? No.
No.
And I'll be honest with you, I came out the ground a little bit frustrated today. And it wasn't frustration at the performance. It wasn't frustration. I came out the ground, I thought, atmosphere was flat. I've never seen people leave a game at Wembley 15 minutes before the final whistle, ever. Not when you're 3-0 up. I've never seen that.
You couldn't fill your ground today, you Berties.
Honestly, both ends were leaving with 10, 15 minutes out they were going. I've never got out of Wembley as quick, out of the blue car park, and I stayed to the final whistle. I've never got out as quick. When I rang you, Andy, I was on the M1 already. I straight out of the blue car park, up the North Circular, bang.
Hang on. You phoned me while the game was still 20 minutes to go.
You're lying.
Can everyone see that?
You're like, what? No, it was a weird game today. Very weird. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But there was not really a lot of singing. There wasn't a lot of dancing. There wasn't really a lot of things you get when you go to Wembley. And
do you think the fans had Wednesday on the mind, mate?
Do you know what I think it was? I think we've been so emotional over the last few weeks. We've had Bayern. We've had the run we've had. Haaland banging goals. Arsenal drop points Friday. We've been up there. I think today was just, BB's put it spot on, fan fatigue. It just felt a bit fatigued today from players, fans. And do you know what I think? I think that was a game. Just get through it and get the win. Get through it, get the win, rest your players, we move. And here's the best thing. This competition is now put to bed till the 3rd of June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Did they? So the insight wise, why it ends? It ends when it's supposed to end, but is it not a little further it's a further delay to when it's normally concluded? No.
The last few seasons, the FA Cup finals has been before the Premier League ended. I don't know why.
Yep.
It's traditionally it was always the week after the final week.
Okay.
And then for the last 2 or 3 years, they moved it back to before the Premier League ended. And now, because of the World Cup, they've moved it back to its original spot where it's gone back to the week after the season's finished. That was always the showpiece final, wasn't it? At the very end, FA Cup final. Because do you know what else they did today? Because I was at the semi-final last year, as you all know. There was no fireworks. There was no fanfare. There was no singing the national anthem. None of that today.
All right.
Just felt a bit weird.
It's not final, mate. It's because it's not final.
Andy, I can only go off. Was you at the Liverpool game last year?
Yes, mate.
But they had fanfare, big fireworks, national anthem. Because remember, we were all laughing at Liverpool fans booing it.
Yep.
So there was none of that today. It felt like Sheffield United and Manchester City wasn't a big game, so we don't really need to be a big thing about it. It just felt a bit, but
I just think we move on, mate, and it's quite clear on against Leicester.
They shouldn't be doing it at the FA at Wembley.
We shouldn't have even been there in the first place, mate, for a semi-final.
Prices, cost of living,
everything,
and it being at Wembley. And we've been at Wembley so much.
And then you get these clowns who do fan channels after clickbait and on shit radio stations who think it. And by the way, for anyone, I've just challenged Mark Goldbridge on Twitter to let's do a live stream, me and him. What are my chances of him accepting on a scale of 0 to 0?
So
anyway, so yeah, it shouldn't be, mate. It shouldn't be there in the first place. That's just how it is.
I mean, Bates, I know you've got to leave in a minute.
Don't leave us.
What is your obviously Riyad Mahrez? Is he your man of the match? Is he your standout fella?
You know what? I like what he did offensively. I still had my come on, Mahrez, you got to track back a little bit. I had a few of those moments, but I think a lot of them looked at threat wise. I think the defense, I think the midfield can handle it. I do like what Jack was actually giving me, despite some of the criticism, because again, he has a different partner with regards to Gomez, and he continued to hold the ball and still look for Haaland. I think, was it the third goal or the second goal? But that pass to Mahrez for that one-time shot was amazing, and that was all because of Jack buying time, seeing a window, and passing into space. But yeah, him and Jack, and again, Walker did his thing, and I think we're going to need him before this season's over.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you before you leave. Out the ones who've come in, Laporte, Walker, Gomez, did you think, they've got a chance for Wednesday?
Mahrez even. Not even Mahrez?
I don't think Mahrez is going to start. As great as he played, I think Pep, the players that rested are definitely playing, and Silva he's built different. I don't know what kind of post-match ritual he does in terms of getting his body ready to run in the next game, but I think because of his energy, because of his endurance, he's going to play again. It's really Walker that stood out to me, because I think there's going to be moments where how he defends and his pace is going to be needed. And I know that's looking at more so Champions League than within the league. And Laporte. Oh man, actually Laporte and Ake, we might. I don't know.
Later, that might be a forced change rather than a change on merit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I asked is because if you look at the subs he took off Gundogan, took off Bernardo, took off Grealish, took off Haaland. Everyone, you could say it was basically giving away his 11 straight away, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And I think the only sort of question is going to be like a Laporte or a. But knowing Pep, he might even throw bloody Bernardo Silva back there. Knowing Pep, I know that Aki might just suddenly be fit and away we go again. So,
yeah.
But Martin, don't you think times have changed with City where us fans don't know? Normally, we don't know our starting 11. We're like, who's our best starting 11? I think over the past few weeks, we all could name our starting 11. So I don't think it'd be much of a surprise. Not that Mahrez has done anything wrong today or any previous games recently, but I just think I'd have more trust against Arsenal with Bernardo, like we adopted against Bayern Munich in both games.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Just because I know you're going in a minute, Beta. I've got to ask this. Because he shocked everyone in the ground. This is where we were all like, what? Mahrez took the penalty.
Yeah.
Great penalty as well, by the way.
Oh, it was. No, it was. But we all stood there going, why has Mahrez got the ball? Why has Mahrez got the ball?
The same thing was happening over here, because I was texting my neighbor, and I was like, he texted me because his speed was slightly ahead of mine, and he was like, Mahrez is taking this? I'm like, what? So I don't think it has anything to do with Haaland's previous miss. I don't think that's really the case.
That's what I was going to ask.
Nah. There's such a partnership and camaraderie amongst the players. Holland's had his goals, right? Holland is going to continue to score goals, and I think it's also Holland more likely will feature on Wednesday than Mahrez. So I think it was like you already scored. I mean, sorry, not you already scored, but you take it, no biggie. I'll get the next one. I think that's kind of like how it was.
Yeah, no, and I'm totally with you. I'm happy about today. I am. Maybe it's because I'm just so tired, but I'm really happy about today. We can part this till the 3rd of June. We're in another final.
Yeah.
And
before I go,
3 wins away from the Champions League, 1 win away from the FA Cup, and whatever happens in the league will be. This is crazy at the minute. What we're actually in here.
12 potentially 12 matches left, mate, for an incredible season.
Now you have put it into perspective.
It is, though, isn't it? It's
for 12. Well, no, you could say 11.
No, I'm not even thinking about the 12. I'm not thinking about the 12. I'm thinking about Wednesday.
Right.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Now that we are in this final, and before I drop, now that we are in this final, if you could choose winning this FA over another club, are you choosing winning it over Brighton or winning it over United?
I'll go first. This is what I've been asked this many times by the guys on TikTok and stuff like that. I would prefer to play United in the final because I think we'd have a better chance of beating United than a one-off game against Brighton. Because Brighton and Brentford, in my opinion, are the best 2 teams we've played at the Etihad this season.
Totally disagree with him.
Totally disagree with him.
And I'll tell you why.
Martin, it's not your fault. You're wrong.
Tell you why. If we're on for the treble and we walk against them in the final, they are going to be so pumped. You'll even get...
We'll be so pumped as well.
No, you'll even get Fergie walking into that. Fergie will be in the dugout. You watch. He'll be in the bloody dugout with team bus and everything. He'll be in there.
He might be in a different box.
These win a treble.
Oh, that make it even more special. That make it even more special.
I know it would, but the trouble is, United, Brighton, I think we could beat with our best 11.
Yeah.
Whether they play good or not, I think we can beat them. United are one of them bloody bogey teams. 1 week they're crap, the next week it's like, where's this come from?
Oh,
and that's what bugs me with them. And I don't want them to rat down my throat that they've stopped us getting a potential treble. That would haunt me forever.
All right, we're going to have this conversation again. We're going to have this conversation again, I'm sure.
Listen,
he's not having it.
Let's just concentrate on Arsenal on Wednesday. Let's just concentrate on Arsenal on Wednesday.
Oh, what? City versus Bottle Jobs?
See, are you tempting fate?
You know what? Before Martin says anything more reckless, I'm going to drop. Thank you for having me on the show, guys.
I'm so confident. By the way, have you got a show tomorrow later?
Yeah, but I'm obviously I'm not in studio. But yes, please, show CIA tomorrow night, 9 p.m. UK time. Don't miss it. We're going to have lots to talk about, especially after this FA Cup semifinal result that's happening tomorrow as well. So please don't miss it. I'm hoping to have these guys on. And,
I won't be on, I'm afraid. That's what I'm doing now. I am on a none. I've been told I'm I'm on a ban tomorrow. I've got to spend time with the missus.
Martin has a blackout. There's a blackout tomorrow.
I did my 15 hours today.
But hang on, I've got a show going on as well tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Well, you're not leaving. We're not ending. We'll do that when you're going.
And I'll make sure to check that, Andy. Martin, thank you guys.
See you later.
Subscribe to Bet Games CB legend. Thank you, mate. Take care. Good point, Muddy Duck. No, that's an interesting question you said about. That's my only issue with the United under.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know they're one of them teams that would love To me, that's their thing, innit? The treble is their thing. Is their 99 thing. For us to rock up and do it, I'm telling you, Fergie be doing voodoo shit in the dressing room against us and all sorts.
Is that a different kind of shit what everyone else has?
No, but he'd hate it. Ferguson would be like, Fergie
does he have sprinkles on it?
I'm telling you, Ferguson would be putting a bloody special dispensation into the FA to get him in the dugout to manage him.
To say a different box.
I'm telling you now, I just know. If it was Brighton are the best team that I've been to the Etihad. I've always said that all season. But they haven't got Trossard anymore.
But they've not. But see where they are in the league without Trossard, mate.
Right, but I think I think they're going to fall off them.
I think they'll beat United tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll end up being Brighton. Oh, okay.
If we're on for the treble under, whoever we get in the final, we're beating them. I'm that confident.
Hopefully, I'll be there rather than sat home in my armchair.
Yeah, that could be 3 weeks of heaven or 3 weeks of hell, BB. I won't be. By the way, I won't be at the FA Cup final. I'm not.
Martin, on the 28th of May. On 28th of May, where will you be, mate? When the game's going on?
I'll be in Tenerife.
No, you won't. You'll be in the air.
I'll be in the air. That's why I won't make. By the way, I won't make the FA Cup final. I'll say now because I've actually checked. My flight doesn't land till about 9 a.m. There's no way I'm getting back here and then into anyone's car and back down to Wembley.
I'd get you there on time, mate.
Well, if you got a Concorde,
I'd get you there.
Yeah, I know. Plus, I spent too much today. Much it hurt me.
You spent a lot more the other day, probably.
She better not look at my bank account. £9 for a vodka and Coke for my daughter.
But your daughter's only 8.
No, she's 20.
I bet she slept well on the way back.
Oh, it was a bottle of Coke. What was it? Chicken and chips was like 12 quid. I don't know.
Why are you so surprised? Have you never been to Wembley before?
I've never bought food like that at Wembley. I'm not doing it again. We normally stop on the way down. I thought Warwick Services ripped me off with an £11 KFC. Oh, God. Should have took a packed lunch.
So the comment before that one, mate, was bang on. I forget who said it now. Exactly, Pardo. Yeah, and that is, it's got to play on everyone's mind, in the back of everyone's mind, and at the minute, you know what Liverpool did. You know, we're on for everything. All of a sudden, it's
Do you know what though?
Andy Goldbridge. Is Michael calling me Andy Goldbridge, or is he saying Andy Goldbridge? He said, no, I'm joking. Funnily enough, I've been called
no, there is a guy called Andy Goldbridge in there on Talk Sport.
No, is there? No.
Who's the guy on Talk Sport? Goldstein. He's Andy Goldstein, yeah.
He blocked me on Twitter as well. And I was only nice to him.
Andrew, I don't mind the Brighton game because I don't think they'll have out to play for, and I don't mind the Brentford game because I think they'll be on the beach.
So will you? Oh man!
I think there's 2 tricky games left for us.
Everton's one.
Everton and Fulham. Everton and Fulham.
I made myself laugh then, mate.
I screamed for Ander. When did I question Alan about anything? Oh, hang on, what's going on here in the chat? You know, calm down, play nice. No, I don't think it will, Stephen, because it's been moved to like the day, like 2 days, 3 days before the end of the season.
It's still not officially been announced, as far as I know, you know.
Yeah, 24th of May, 8 o'clock.
That's it.
And the Leeds game is actually on Saturday at 3 p.m, but it's on Sky. 3 p.m. live game on Sky. I got told earlier at Wembley.
Yeah, but you don't see things properly at Wembley, do you?
No, apparently, even because it was already figured in as a TV game, it's not counted in the blackout for some weird reason. But I've read somewhere that's going now, isn't it? That 3 p.m. Blackout disappearing in it.
Somebody's tendering for it, and if they get it, you'll be able to stream it pretty much like you can with Netflix and stuff. Like you'll be able to stream your games. Perfect, that for me. Mind you, when I'm not at a match, I managed to catch them on TV for some reason. Anyway, these 3 o'clocks.
Yeah, do this is my thing, Blue Art. United just something dodgy about that. I think Brighton we can deal with. United, I think we're not just playing United.
Listen. Let's take one game at a time, and the next one is Arsenal.
I know we're talking about this in FA Cup stream, so we're talking about the FA Cup. Sorry, keep up.
Well, that's not our next game. Listen, where's my name gone off there? Where's my name gone off there?
What name?
Me Pep.
I'm doing the comments.
Oh, okay.
I can't sleep on the couch no longer, so I'm back. No worry, FIFA. Hope you enjoyed the day out, mate. Fergie can't help it. He tell you what, though, he'll give him a kick up the arse, BB. I'm telling you. Anyone else still traveling? I think some are. Some have just got back, FIFA. Where are you traveling to? If you don't mind me asking, FIFA. What time did your coach leave?
Have you not seen his avatar there? That answers everything.
Are you flying? Where's he? Which coach has he got on?
Jet 2s.
He got back an hour ago. I got back about 10 to 11 ish.
I didn't get back for ages ago, mate.
What from your bar? It would be nice. I mean, was there anyone today in the lineup for you, Andy, who got a squeaky chance of Wednesday? Or are you thinking the starting 11?
The ones who came in, do you mean?
Yeah. The ones who came in, I mean, we have to, I know you said about Mahrez, but like penalty takeaway, that second goal,
class,
was amazing.
And his third as well, mate. You know the way he took that and he guided it.
It was. I thought it was a great assist by Grealish. It was the only time I saw Grealish all game, by the way, attack his fullback.
And he executed it really well, Grealish as well, because you could see him looking, and he dinked it to exactly where it would be. So going back to your question, the only one I can see who's coming in for Wednesday, and that's if Aki doesn't make it, is Laporte. But I don't think that'd be on merit. It'd be more than it'd be a case of an injury. That's all.
Do you know what? I've got a squeaky feeling Aki's going to make it.
I do. There's no talk about it. And Aki himself
said tonight, I did listen to the thing on the interview. He did say that they've done the scan, they're waiting for the results. Sorry, if you've done the scan, you're not waiting for the results. This is not the NHS. You're waiting, for 2 weeks.
Listen, Aki himself said it wasn't as bad as the last time he was out, and he's confident.
I just think he's doing a bit of mind games here.
But he also did that with Haaland against Leicester, was it? Liverpool.
Playing.
Yeah. And Haaland himself was fit.
The trouble is, can you get... Yeah, I don't think he'll chance Ake for one game. But saying that, I think if we beat them, we win the league.
I do. Exactly the point. Sometimes you have to take calculated risks. And if it meant Ake playing on Wednesday, and God forbid we miss him for the rest of the season, that one victory, it's like make or break, isn't it? That one victory could take us on to win the league.
What's Keane and Neville said, Muddy? I've not seen anything, mate.
I don't know. I only ever see Roy Keane pretty much complimentary towards City and in particular Pep Guardiola these days, Neville's become a bit of a shithouse again.
Yeah, I think Neville is probably scared about that treble. That treble is scaring United fans, and it's scaring them the most.
The only thing I've seen today, Martin, about from Roy Keane was post match when he was asked about if it come to it, about us City winning the treble, would he be happy? And sort of like he went, no, for him not to be happy. But then straight away he went, listen, if they go on to win it, if they go on to sort of like equal the treble, they'll basically deserve it, because they're a fantastic,
No,
football.
he won't say that forever though.
No, he won't. He won't. Listen, I don't like Roy Keane. I'd like to 2-foot him exactly like he did to Alfie Allen.
I thought you meant Neville, because I was going to say Neville. When Arsenal got that equaliser, I thought Neville was coming out of his chair on Friday night.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to join the Arsenal fans in the clock end and go in the nose. No,
well, again, exactly. And my thoughts are the same. So refer back to my tweet after the Arsenal-Southampton game. I pretty much said the same, mate, to him and Carragher.
Was anyone a bit gutted, by the way? I don't know if anyone follows Andy, but anyone gutted that he didn't give his naked bike ride to Blackpool?
Oh, I tell you what, that was so close, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. So for anybody who doesn't follow me on Twitter, if you want to, by the way, it's at MCFC 9320 group. I put before the game started between Arsenal, and Southampton, and I put, if Southampton win tonight, I'll do.
He's gone again. I don't know where his sound's gone. Up. He's gone. By the way, FIFA, are you going on coaching a horse? Is it a coach as in driving coach? Or is it a coach being pulled by horses? Where are you? Still on the M6?
Sorry. I don't know. That's mine or yours?
Back.
Is it Martin who needs to? Is it Martin who needs to put the 50p in the meter? Or
sure? No, this is all you. This one.
Yeah. So yeah, just was saying about the. I don't know what you heard about me. I'll ride to Blackpool naked tweet.
Well, here's a question. Well, by the way, was that referee yesterday playing till Arsenal scored?
Absolutely.
Was that the drill that yesterday? My missus went, he's put 10 minutes up or 9 minutes injury time. We're at 14. My missus went, my missus is not a big football fan, but she went, are we playing till Arsenal score? What's going on here? It was quite funny.
It did seem it, mate, honestly.
Yeah, we were listening to it. I was on date night and we were coming back in the car and I had ignored it all night. I'd ignored it. And my missus went to me, have you seen the score? And I thought, oh, why is she telling me that? And then I looked up 2-1 Southampton. Then I couldn't get off my bloody phone there. I'm refreshing it every 2 seconds.
Do you want me to tell everybody about the phone call you made to me at 3-1?
What, when I got really arrogant and cocky?
Oh, I told you we're going to win the treble. We're going to win the treble. This is at 3-1. Yeah, told you. The league's... He's on the phone. He could tell he was shit. And then it got to 3-0. And I just went, you jinxing stood. When it went to 3-0.
I did. I did ring him up very good.
But you know something, joking aside, what a top man Martin is.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's it. You was expecting a joke then, didn't you?
Yeah, he actually was.
No.
Spencer Mark, I agree with that. A Manchester final would be lovely, but it would not be enjoyable.
And there'll be trouble as well.
It wouldn't be a family affair.
It'd be a bloodbath, that.
There'd be no family affair about it. I remember the semi-final. I thought the police were all coming in with us at one point.
Hey, I remember the semi as well.
Yeah, get 9320 podcast up to 1,000 as well. They're nearly there, just 200 short. Is Fred Flintstone? I don't know what coach FIFA's on. Everyone's back and in bed. As FIFA big, where are you going, FIFA? Are you off for the border?
He's trying to get out of the green, man.
I don't know where he's gone. I'm trying to see where he's FIFA. He's disappeared out of the comments again. Where is FIFA? Can someone get an SOS out for FIFA? Please. I don't even know where he is anymore. I think he got Gideon Gomez's performance because he told me at 2:00 he was very happy and excited he was playing. By the way, Sean, what time did you get down to Wembley in the end? I did my live from the fan zone earlier, so YouTube, don't copyright me on the music. I can't help what's going on in the background. If you need to, I'll just demonetize that video. But Sean at 3 o'clock. Oh, we're setting off in half an hour.
What?
I said, you live round the corner. No, he does live down south, but I thought it was, I'm like, is he living down the corner? Sean, I hope you got there safe and in time, mate.
Neville, what did that say? Neville is a walker.
Yeah, Michael Feeney, you're spot on, mate. Stephen Damser, I hope you're all right and your chemo is going superb, mate. Like I said, thoughts, prayers, everything with you, mate, especially on here. You've been a tremendous supporter from day one on this channel, and even when I was back on Man City Man TV. So honestly, Stephen, keep going, fighting it, mate.
Does anybody want a beer while I'm going?
I don't know why you. But that's false advertising, by the way. That
What?
We're not sponsored. Put it away. Don't show the label.
What? Ribena?
Part of Oaks. I'm going to let Andy talk about this.
What's that thing? Yes. Yeah. Part of Oaks. Right. Yes. Yes. I seen post-match Gab Jesus yesterday. I thought he was okay, and he's still a little bit respectful. But I think Zinchenko, and I put on again on Twitter yesterday, Zinchenko has turned into a right dickhead. He really has turned into a proper dickhead. 2-0 down yesterday. He gets him into a huddle. Sorry, he's turned into a right Richard Head, right? He get 2-0 down. He gets him into a huddle. And even Odegaard, no player was listening to him, by the way. And Odegaard went up to him as if to say, mate, what are you doing? We need to, why are you putting him in a huddle? I'm the captain, not you. Sling it up. He's turned into a right Richard Head, part of Oaks. Don't know everybody else's thoughts are. Yeah. And by the way, I actually think Zinchenko will get booed on Wednesday.
Do you know, I don't think Jesus' comments came out very well. I know them now. It's now come out. It's been misconstrued that him. And
I thought it was okay. I thought Gab was okay. To be fair, very respectful. I know what Gab was trying to say. He was trying to say
across that way though.
No, but if you read what he was, don't forget, mate. He's a young Brazilian whose English is not brilliant. He was trying to. This is how I read it anyway. I read it as it's going to be difficult because there's not many people with an experience of winning the Premier League. He was actually trying to say there was only him and Zinchenko who's won the league, who knows what it's like to be sort of like winners kind of thing. He wasn't having a go at City in any way, shape or form. He was basically trying to say there's only them two who've got that experience and mentality. That's the way I read it anyway.
I was in level 1, mate. I was in the fan park, Spencer, Matt. I don't know where you were, buddy, but like I said, anyone sees me, always come and say hello. I don't mind. Just before I got to Wembley. Right, you were on your way. That makes sense. FIFA can't post in the comments. He's holding on to the pigeons.
Eske? Who's Eske? Emil Eske?
No, sitting on an Eske.
What's an Eske?
Look it up. Jesus showed why we let him go. He was Babbins yesterday. By the way, Arsenal fans are showing the true colours because Rob Holding, wow. Rob Holding didn't do out wrong yesterday and he got the blame for everything. Zinchenko was garbage and he got away with everything.
I've got East Sky cheap flights. I'm taking it. It's not that one. That's for you, that Martin. Last game of the season.
I could say that they didn't want to do the huddle with him. They just didn't want to do the huddle with him. They were telling him to pee off. Brilliant shit. Thank you, Michael Feeney. So, man of the match was given to Mahrez. Did anybody else, in your opinion, deserve it?
No, because nobody else stood out.
I've got one for you.
You're wrong before you say it, but go on. Gomez.
I thought Akanji was great.
Yeah, Akanji was all right, to be fair, mate, yeah.
Thought Ortega was very good.
That save,
but that save, though, was so important. It was so early, it was cold, and it was... That could have wrecked the whole game plan up that. Always, mate. Always. Well, no, they're not now. They've turned on him now.
They have.
Now.
He's been done the past couple. He's been done the past.
Finally off the coach. Time to eat. I don't know which FIFA, which coach have you just got off?
What the hell is it? He's landed in Beijing. He's in Beijing.
And he is a local lad as well because Andy's met him. But I'm telling you now, I don't know. Have you gone with the club coach? Did you have a breakdown?
Yes, I can just see him in Beijing, mate. Honestly,
I don't know. Walcott said Arsenal are way better than City after we spanned them. Yeah.
What a beautiful thing from Walcott before City played Southampton. Oh, he'll be doing everything he can. You know, to help Arsenal win the league. We spank him 4-1, and he scores against Arsenal yesterday. Love it.
We're all here for you, mate. Exactly. FIFA with Gomez. No, don't start him off.
No, that's your view. Is that you should listen to him?
He loves his. Don't start him off with that. See, part of what's with me, Kanja. To be honest, Alvarez is clear of Jesus.
Clear of what? FIFA, you've got to tell us where you are, mate.
Jesus has a better goal scoring record. I know you won't like that, but he actually has. And that's not me, though. I'm not saying that's why me. I don't want to say anything about Alvarez. This is my problem because he's been so bigged up. It's like, I don't know where to go because I thought today he was awful. He wasn't in the game.
I know, mate.
Show me, They are. A sub 2 said an e-ski is a small box you keep beer in to keep it cold. So basically an ice cooler.
Why didn't you say ice cooler? Because all I can get is e-sky cheap flights.
Yeah, that's it. Ortega made a world.
No,
I just think
absolutely. But the thing is, you asked who the man of the match was.
FIFA, nobody in here thought he actually was good. Sorry, mate.
Whoa.
You did.
Yeah, but would you feel comfortable with Ortega against Arsenal on Wednesday?
We've already beaten them with Arsenal.
In the cup.
Still beat them.
But we didn't against Southampton, did we, away?
No. Wrong coach. No, I agree with you. Of course I want Edison in. Of course I do.
Well, like I said,
it wrong. It means he just got off the couch.
But like I say, Martin, I said it earlier.
He's
got off the couch.
That's dumb,
Sorry, everybody else, but that's the comment of the night. That one.
That's dumb, man.
Oh man, I'm sweating.
No, I know you did. Listen, I'm not going back into the Gomez debate. He did all right. I'm with it. I'm done. I'm not going into the Gomez debate. Anyway, no. Listen, we've done what we needed to do. For me, it was a perfect day. Clean sheet. And by the way, can we just add Manchester City? I'm sure they've broken another record.
Go on then, tell us.
Only team, as far as I'm aware, to get all the way to the final and not concede one goal.
No, it's happened before, I'm sure.
When?
But nobody's ever conceded all the way.
Right, so we keep the clean sheet in the final.
But I can hear that fucking rat again in the roof here.
So is that if we keep the clean sheet in the final, we break the record?
Yeah.
Because I know third round at Chelsea, clean sheet. Fourth round, third round. What was it? Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal. Can't believe it.
Bastard.
There we go. Thank you, SOS. First team since Everton in 65-66.
It were Everton. It were Everton.
I'll behave.
I don't want to tempt fate. Sorry about that.
A good club, Everton. I like Everton. They're like the Manchester City of Liverpool.
What
Whereas
crap?
Liverpool and Liverpool are the United of their thing as well.
No, my data, I would if need be. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, if need be, I would. But I mean, what we've got to differentiate between all those players who came in today.
Nearly at me, that.
All those players who came in today, would you want any of them starting ahead of the guys on the bench today? That's the question.
I'm
really.
sorry, I'm going to upset K-Man here because I presume you're a Real Madrid fan. Erling Haaland's going nowhere, mate, except extending his time at Manchester City. He's on the verge of signing a brand new contract.
Because he knows his mate Bellingham signed.
Sorry, Erling Haaland. Oh yeah, we'll probably might even be live back tomorrow. I know I said I'm not, but if the Haaland news breaks, Erling Haaland is on the verge of signing a contract extension.
And what a boost that would be ahead of the Arsenal game.
Mahrez, man of the match. He's the only one who got 3 goals in the semi-final. Yeah, no, listen.
No, that's right. That is the only one who scored 3 goals in a semi-final. Great stat.
No. Was it
no,
19?
Right,
no, it got done in 1958. It's not been done since 1958.
Oh, so what? It got done when you was 30.
Hang on a minute. I just made a stat and you went, no, it's been done before 65.
You remember it though, because you was 32 years of age then, weren't you?
You can't change your bloody way you want to go around it. You're like Rich. You've just done a Rich there. Because it doesn't suit my agenda. I'm having it. It suits yours. You can't have it. Please make a video Gomez saying Andy's name.
By the way, did anybody see the one I did a Martin?
No, appreciate that, part of Oaks. We're going to go in a minute, but, you know, It was just, we weren't going to do it. It's just that I am unavailable tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm on a ban.
And by the way, when Martin asked me to do it, I'd not even had a drink at that point.
He's now going through a crate.
It drives me to alcohol.
FIFA, I have no idea, mate. I've got a feeling the Madrid tickets will go on sale before FA Cup final tickets.
Probably about Monday or Tuesday, they will sit. Announce that.
I will warn everyone right now. We will get a lower allocation.
FIFA, is that when you start asking everyone on the stream if they're getting tickets for the final?
No, I would say, you said so on your TikTok, I think whoever went to the semi-final today should be allowed to get first crack at getting a final ticket.
Do you agree with what I said, mate?
Yeah, no, I do. But City won't do that. It'll be on the ticket scheme. And from what I know, I think there's only going to be about 23,000 tickets available for the final.
So
I'll just check for you now.
While he's checking that, basically what I said on me TikTok today is was asked about tickets for the final and stuff. And I basically said I didn't go to the semi-final for one reason or another. So when it comes to final tickets, anybody who went today to the semi-final should get first choice over than, you know, for the final, other than a fan like me who didn't go to the semi-final. That's how it should be done. But like Martin said, it won't by City, but fair's fair, innit?
All right, I'll tell you this now. Manchester City and Everton and Sheffield United both got 34,000 tickets. Yeah. Last season, there was only 24,500 tickets available for each club in the final. So basically, you're going to knock 10,000 off. So 10,000 who were there today will not be able to go to the FA Cup final.
So hang on, I've got a theory on that then. So if it was effectively, 68,000 today, City got 34 today, yeah? Sheffield United got 34 today. What was the attendance today? Near on 70,000. Yeah. So it's everybody else who didn't support our clubs what didn't go. So it's not City or Sheffield United then, is it?
I'm not worried at all, Matt Ryan. Not worried. I'm so confident on Wednesday. I don't know why I'm so confident.
I don't think Everton are. Arsenal are, mate.
Do you know what, Muddy Duck? Totally with you. Give him time. It will come good. I just don't go into this as a world-class footballer at the minute. Let him develop. Blue House on fire. Andy, absolutely, you're right. Andy Ortega was good, very much like he was a backup. I heard he might be gone in the summer.
That's why young James Trafford, it looks like he's coming back from Bolton Wanderers.
They've got very high hopes of James Trafford.
Yep. Just a shame about his surname, really, isn't it?
By the way, do you know the Sheffield United announcer thanked us today?
For what?
He said, I've never done this, but thank you, Manchester City, for loaning us James McAtee and Tommy Doyle.
Actually, Lee Dixon actually thanked us who didn't go to the match today, saying thank you for your support at home.
Jolly good. So at 22,000, it's getting worse. So, yeah. Not all season ticket holders will get a ticket because there's 34,000 Manchester City season ticket holders, and there's only going to be about 23,000 tickets.
But Martin, you know, just on that, what Stephen put then about the Real Madrid tickets, I'm a season ticket holder. My son's a season ticket holder. We have been for many years. We don't go to Champions League matches for one reason or another. It's a damn shame. If I wanted to pick the Real Madrid match to go to watch the Champions League, I could have won. And that's wrong, isn't it, Martin? If I wanted to go and watch that, it's wrong because there's people who are not season ticket holders who go watch Champions League matches regular. But I think, I don't normally go to Champions League matches, but I'm going to go to that one. It's wrong.
Yeah, it is madness. Pep, man of the match.
Who, me?
No,
me?
not you. You're not Pep. Arsenal fans are losing their mind, but a few at AFTV saying the title is over. We'll see. Can you put Vegas in as well for FIFA? Cheers, buddy. Yeah, Paul as well. Thanks, May. Will Haaland be the first player to join Real Madrid? No, because you didn't get Aguero, and you didn't get Company, and you didn't get David Silva, you didn't get Mbappe, and you're not getting Jude Bellingham.
I'll tell you what they are getting from City. A spanking.
Did anyone see Jude Bellingham's goal today? Hello.
Cheers, FIFA.
Did anyone see Jude Bellingham's goal today?
No, mate. I've been travelling all day.
Yeah, from your garage to your bedroom. FIFA's definitely been travelling all day. I can just sloppy. He was my man of the match. Have we watched a different game, FIFA?
FIFA was on his couch.
No, but this is why I love this.
FIFA was on his couch, by the way.
No, I love the opinions. I love the opinions. God, how many comments of the day here? I love the opinions.
No, I said whoever said that about FIFA was about him being on his couch was comment of the day. It really was.
I'm telling you now, there's some FIFA. I love you. I love your enthusiasm. I love your opinions, and this is why it makes this channel so great. What's Andy drinking? Don't think I've had an English beer.
Marette.
That's not very English. I was gonna say, but it's not very bloody English. Adebayo. No, he didn't go from City to Real Madrid, did he? Didn't he go to Spurs?
Yes, Spurs. I'm sure he did.
When did he? Did he go?
By the way, if he did, you was welcome to him. Oh, my, he's on there now. Now he's on there.
He's Manchester, sir. No, by the way, I saw the nicest kit ever today in the fan zone. No, it was Real Madrid.
Was it?
Mm.
Well, that'll be the first and last player what will go from City to Real Madrid.
Well done, whoever said that.
It was K-Man, wasn't it? Or was it K-Man?
No, I think it was BB, wasn't it? No, it was DJ M1. Thank you.
Well done.
Love
DJ.
Andy's teeth.
I don't. I need to go to Turkey.
I'm going there in July. Smares and Akanji for me, man of the match. FIFA always has crazy opinions. I have to go with my team when I had a bad stroke after 12-13 seasons. Hey, mate, you're going through the ringer, mate. Honestly, I'm with you all the way, mate. Honestly. According to the FA site, final ticket allocation out after the match tomorrow, but sold by clubs except the. I know it. I don't get it. I don't get. Oh, could have done that one.
K-Man, I thought I'd had a drink tonight. You must have had quadruple of what I
did. Yeah, he did. He went on loan. No, you're right. You're right, DJ. No, he is.
Is it K-Man or Caveman?
I don't know. He's dreaming, man. Anyway, you know the good thing is today we won 3-0. Another clean sheet, and we got all our big boys off again. And KDB, Diaz, Stones, and Rodri all rested.
Edison as well.
Oh yeah, because he was really fatigued.
And do you know something? I said 3-0.
Do you know something?
Thank you.
How was it the game? Like
do you know some? You thought of me? Oh, thank you.
I said like a lot of these.
Oh, I thought you said you thought of me. Well, you're all wrong anyway. Because you know something? Sergio Gomez played like Sergio Aguero today.
Anyway, that's it. We're going to wrap it up there. I was hoping to get Ozzy. I know Ozzy was working tonight, Rich and all them on. We'll be back now Monday on here. We're going to be back with the Arsenal preview. Do I think we played well today? No, I think we went through the motions and we got the job done. I would give that performance a 6.5 out of 10 for performance. But I said this weeks ago, at this stage of the season, ain't about performances. It's about the results. And if you can win 3-0 against a decent Sheffield United team without, I mean, let's be honest, 2 best players weren't there. And rest a lot of your big boys.
Blue, he was one at Aguero's rubbish.
Yeah, I'm probably at about a 6.5 out of 10. But do you know what? That's not bad.
So when you back, mate?
Monday.
Is anything going on tomorrow? Is anything going on tomorrow?
Yeah, you've got a show, haven't you? Do you want to plug it? Seeing as you're hinting.
Oh, yeah. So if anybody is bored, desperate,
you have to be.
Just jump. Yeah, Martin's quite correct there. If you're desperate,
I won't be on it. Sorry, the main event will not be there.
So that there's a chance then we'll get more viewers. If you want to come over to MCFC 9320 podcast on YouTube tomorrow, we'll be doing a show at 8:00. And we will have a new face. We will have a new female face on, as well as Anne-Marie.
And she is off that new podcast, by the way.
She is. So, if I don't see you over there, do you know why? I can't see you.
FIFA's going big time.
FIFA, how come Carson didn't get a game today, mate?
Stop it. Look, play Lewis left back. Give Borges time. I love. Have you got EDS on the brain, mate? I love it.
I want to know one
thing for me.
I want to know what. Before you go, I need to know one thing. Who said the comment about FIFA on the couch and not the coach?
Look at that.
That was just. That's tickled.
No, it's actually no. Take it away. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 cats?
No, 8 out of 10. Do you know why? I'm giving it an extra 1.5. Stop putting Iniesta came back.
Me?
And looked very lively. And it was such a delight to see him back.
So, how many would you have give Gomez today?
6.
No, you told me earlier you'd love to give Gomez 1.
Exactly. That's what matters. If we win against Arsenal, I'll be confident of the treble. I'm going to start banning treble talk. I'm getting nervous now.
I'll play
See you
Edison
tomorrow, Andy. Say, yeah. Anyone here, if you're not subscribed to Night 320 podcast, get over there. And you know what? You can double header it. Get over to Andy's at 8 o'clock. And then straight from there, get to Beta Games and go and watch the City Intelligent Agency. And I am normally on both, but I've been warned.
And double spamming as well. I've got a great following on TikTok as well when I do live streams. I really have. It's Martin, isn't it good though, to be fair?
It's not bad.
It's good. It's good. It's MCFC 9320.
Wait for a 75-year-old man to be streaming live on TikTok.
Hey, I wish I was 75, mate. It's good.
It's good. Have a lovely night, mate. He's having a bit of that. No, honestly, he's on TikTok as well, and they're flying. You're going to be leaving YouTube soon and going over to TikTok. He's getting more popular. Carson's robbed.
Can I just say one thing as well? I think,
Happy
and I'm not
just Day, everyone.
Yeah, apart from that, you know something. You've got a.
That's not very patriotic.
Martin.
Yes.
You've got a great following with these guys as well. Your loyal subscribers and stuff here, mate. Honestly, absolutely great bunch. You do the comments, mate.
We've already said it's their channel.
It is.
Me, Rich, and Ozzy are just the
gobshites.
I look at myself as kind of the spokesperson, but it's their channel. It's their channel. And there will be a video, a recorded one back end of next week coming out. I'm not going to say anything more, but there'll be a video recorded, be about 10 minutes long, that will come out either back end of next week or early the week after.
Do you want to know what I'd love to see as well?
We've got a very special show coming up. It'll be right at the end of the season.
It is. It is. I'm privy to it, and absolutely, it will be brilliant. Do you want to know what I'd love to see as well? One of these guys in the comments to actually join as part of the panel as well. You know, just for a show.
Yours.
Yeah, everyone's more than. If anybody wants to come on our show tomorrow, by all means, let us know, and I'll get you on the show as part of the panel.
Yes, tomorrow. Stephen, we will be live on Wednesday after the show. After the game. Carson is great. Kundini Abdallah. I'm just going to do these last few, but yeah, get over to Andy's Night 320 podcast. Subscribe, YouTube, TikTok, live tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and then go and watch the superb Beta Games TV at 9:30. City.
Cheers, Michael.
In the City and Intelligence Agency, that is amazing as well. In the future, get Andy on Avengers as well. Hey, I don't decide who goes on City Extra. I don't decide that one sub to.
I can go on as Big Steve's mum, apparently. Someone called me Big Steve's mum.
Bloody hell, Charlie's just got home. I think City coaches, what time did he get out?
Have you been with FIFA? Are you in Beijing?
Right, whoever won the City coaches got home very late. It's quite clear.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm telling you now. No, we was Charlie, but I'm on a ban tomorrow because I've been out for 15, 16, 17 hours today. I've got to spend some time with my family. Plus, I need to look after me. My dad's just come out of hospital, so I need to be with him as well.
And that is more important.
Martin has got the short, hairy legs. Do you see me down at Wembley? I am wearing shorts. By the way, I don't know what the weather's been like. It was bloody glorious today down at Wembley. I sat there watching it like that because the flags were cracking.
It's been cracking flags here in mid-bar, mate.
That one, yeah, you can see. Thank you, Stephen. And we've also got the best viewers as well. Thought you was doing Paul. Yeah, I've just done that one. Andy's Big Steve stunt double.
When you say big, what do you mean?
Took us an hour to get out of London. You weren't one of the other people who left 15 minutes before at the end then?
Like Martin.
No, I did not leave early. I was in the blue car park. No, I'm being serious. I literally came out of Wembley and went straight to the car park. Took me about 30 seconds. I didn't have to go down no Wembley way, no walk, no now. It was great.
No walk.
You
Sounds
couldn't
like
find me
you
at the
had to go
fan
down a
park.
walk.
Wasn't that big, Charlie? I might have gone. I only stayed for 2 drinks. Only one of them was alcoholic. I'm driving.
Then he was skint.
Yeah, then I was skint. He's not really Stephen, but he's long road. But it's this helps a lot, mate. But listen, you concentrate on yours. Never mind me and my family. You and your fight is what matters, mate. And you are gonna win it. Keep going, buddy. We're all behind you. Yeah. And by the way, I'm so glad everyone got back. I was singing Wonderwall 10 minutes after the game. Yeah, because there wasn't any singing going on. No, we did the Poznan at 3-0. Did you show the Poznan, by the way?
Yeah, I know. I felt you're in Manchester.
No, did he show the Poznan on TV?
It did, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where I was watching it.
I was in the Poznan. No, but honestly, thank you all. Anyone who's been down today, I hope you got well safe. Sounds like you all did. You've had a brilliant day. We did the club proud. Ignore the idiots who are slagging off the attendance. They are that. They're idiots.
And to be fair, mate, they're slagging off the Sheffield United attendance, really, because it was them who you could clearly see on TV. That's why I asked you the question, was City's allocation full? Because it didn't show a lot of empty seats in the City side. All you could see was the empty seats in the Sheffield United. So they're not belittling City this time. They're belittling Sheffield United. Sorry, mate. Go on.
See, in 110, Charlie, no, I'd say pockets of the singing was good. But there was pockets where it was just dead. So, never mind. Anyway, we'll see you on Monday. You know, you go and give and the gang, Vader and the gang, a lot of love as well. And we'll be back Monday with the Arsenal preview. Time to be confirmed. Keep out at Horsey City, as you know. Yeah, and we'll see you all on the next one. But City are into one final. We do our next final on Wednesday night.
We've got 12 finals coming up.
Hold on to your hats because it's going to be one hell of a ride.